One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Extraordinary People. I am Patricia. I am going to start with a small introduction today for our guest. So, what could be better than being passionate about something and having peace of mind in it at once? The irony here is being passionate about martial arts, a discipline that teaches you to fight and defend yourself, and the word peace of mind. Yes, definitely, martial arts is the balance of heart, mind, and body. There is a whole philosophy that accompanies each one. The reason I'm going into details about this is because it personifies my guest today. You feel her strength and her power in her training and her fight, yet you also absorb her goodness and her humanity in everyday life. From the moment she wakes up and throughout her day, it is as though she is synonymous with karate and aikido. So much so, it has become her second skin in all aspects of life. In this episode, we will learn more about my guest. We will learn more about the history and the root of karate, the philosophy that made it whole, and how karate is becoming an integral part of so many lives. Sure. Welcome, my guest today, Nayla Makhoul.
Thank you,
Nayla.
Patricia. Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you for the nice introduction.
It's always the truth. Everybody says that to
Yes.
me, and it's just simply the truth, whatever is in my introduction for my guests. So I'm trying to think of how to start. Should we start with, let's start a little bit with your personal history.
Okay.
And then we'll go, or
yes.
you want to start with the history of karate?
Maybe better, yes.
The history of karate. So from my research and from what you told me, it originally started in India.
Yes.
Would you like to continue?
Yeah, it's really, the history goes back very
a
very
few
far,
thousand
yes.
years.
It was
right.
Bodhidharma from India to China, then to Okinawa, and from Okinawa to the mainland in Tokyo.
To modern karate.
To modern karate.
Yeah, so Bodhidharma.
Yes, he saw that his monks were very weak.
In China.
Yeah. I think so. Or, from India too.
Oh, okay.
And so he started to teach them physical training.
Okay.
So it developed to many styles and many schools.
Right.
And then in Okinawa, there was, if you want, the two main school of karate, where Funakoshi Sensei was, he learned from there.
Okay, Funakoshi.
Funakoshi Sensei,
okay.
yes.
Sensei Funakoshi.
Master, if you want, yes.
Sensei, which translates to master.
It's the one who was born before. It's the one who knows.
Okay.
Better. So then...
Sensei means the one who knows better.
Sensei is the one who can teach you. It's the one who knows, who has the knowledge.
That's
the wisdom,
nice.
if you want.
Right. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yes. So then from Okinawa, Funakoshi went to Tokyo.
Right.
And this is where...
After World War II.
Yes,
right.
It was...
in the 50s.
Yes, maybe exactly the date. No, it was before the World War II.
Oh, it was before World War II. Okay.
In 20s.
Just to give a little bit of perspective, right.
Then from there, he founded his own school, the Shotokan. Shoto from the pine tree where his house was.
Oh, okay.
His dojo. And then from Tokyo, he expanded to the world. It was the modern karate.
It was a huge success.
Yes, as we know it now, his students, they founded the JKA, the Japan Karate Association, which sent many teachers to the US, to Europe.
All around the world.
Yes, around the world.
Oh, okay.
And in the US, there is a great master, Teruki Okazaki. He founded the ISKF, International Shotokan Karate Federation.
Where did he found that?
In Philadelphia.
Oh, Philadelphia.
Yes.
Where Rocky is from.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay.
In the 1950s.
Was that a hub for a lot of boxing and martial arts, Philadelphia, or not necessarily?
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
No. But he founded Okazaki Shihan, his ISKF. And from there, we got connected with them like 27 years ago.
Wow, already.
Yes, and we founded the ISKF Lebanon.
Okay.
Here in Lebanon.
You were part of the team that founded...
Yes, I was very young.
Yeah.
Not so young, but that was 17, 18.
That's young.
Yes, that's
yeah.
young. And from there, along the years, in 1997, we founded ISKF Lebanon. And every year there was a sensei from Philadelphia, a Japanese instructor who would come. Yes, Okazaki came for many, many times.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
He came here? Wow.
He passed away 2 years ago.
Oh.
And now his nephew.
That must have hit you.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's such a wise man.
Oh, that must have been so amazing to meet him.
Really. And now we are continuing our
your path.
Our path, yes.
So his nephew took over?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. Not his son.
No. His nephew was training with him. He went from Japan to the US and.
Okay. So you started at the age of 16.
Yes.
Is
16.
that right? So tell us how you started in karate. By the way, can I just say that you have a 5 dan in karate, or do we mention that later?
Yes, I started, actually, my big sister started karate in June, and I started after her after 3 months, and then I fell in love. I fell in love with karate.
Did your sister continue?
She continued, yes, for a while.
Oh, okay.
Then she traveled. So.
Okay.
Yes. And since then, I have been learning from my sensei, Fadi Antakli sensei, from my 16 years till today.
Wow.
So, yes.
And now you are a sensei.
Yes, I am a sensei too, but we are a group of instructors actually under the supervision of our chief instructor. There's always.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
But I mean, you're a sensei. You're teaching classes right now.
Yes, sure.
When was the first time you got your first belt? Your black belt, I mean.
My black belt.
Yeah.
Yes. It was. I think I was 18.
So after 2 years of training?
Yes, more or less.
Okay.
Yes.
And it took a lot of training time to get there?
The black belt is only, a milestone. It's just a small step towards training, which is the main purpose, and seeking to perfect ourselves.
But psychologically,
yes, it was because I did it with there was my sister and two friends, and yes, it was a nice
a nice feeling.
Yes,
I mean,
sure.
if you
of
if
course,
you tell
when you
somebody
are 18
black
and
belt,
you are a black belt, it's nice to do it.
Yeah, exactly. And to get your black belt, what do you have to win a fight, or how does it work exactly?
In karate, there are 3 main, if you want, pillars for training. There are something called, and I'm gonna tell them in Japanese. It's called kihon. Kihon. It's a basic training. You train steps forward, backwards. If you want, you perfect your techniques, your punches, your kicks, your stances.
Okay.
Then there is kata. In kata, it's a imaginary fight. It's a form.
Right.
But it's done with, of course, full power and speed, and there are 26 katas in Shotokan.
It's like kind of like a dance or choreography.
Not dance, because you should know what you're doing. You know how to what is the meaning of the technique. So it's always in karate. You don't forget that it's first and foremost. It was for self-defense before, of course.
It wasn't to attack. It was just to protect yourself.
Yes. In Okinawa, because karate means empty hand. They banned the use of weapons, so they developed their hands and their legs as weapons.
So that's why they made the word, that they morphed the term into meaning empty hand.
Empty hand,
because they banned the weapons.
Exactly. On the first level. On the second level, empty hands, it's empty of violence also. Over the years and over
we have to talk a little bit more about the philosophy now.
Yes, this is the most important, I think.
Okay.
And the third pillar is the kumite. Kumite is... Everybody says it's a fight. It's not a fight. It's an exchange of techniques. Okay, so my partner, he helps me to develop my attacking skills, defending skills, and I help him also.
Okay,
so you should do in the test in these 3 parts, aspects of training.
Right. And then for the next belt, it's the same thing? Because I would, from understand...
You change. There are more developed techniques.
Right.
Some can more developed kata, more advanced kata.
That's what I understood.
Yes, sure.
Okay.
And also the kumite part, if you want the exchanging part, at the small level, there is it's very, if you want, we say the technique, then you should know how to defend, and slowly it will develop to a free fight, a free kumite.
Oh.
Okay.
Right.
With we should know that there is much control also in our technique. It's not there's no knockout. You have to control your power to the face, your techniques, your punches, your
Are
kicks.
you allowed to punch or kick the face?
Yes, with control.
Oh,
Meaning
you
you
are.
cannot.
You cannot injure somebody?
Yes, you should know the control is the amount of power you put for each situation. For a test, you cannot hurt. You should know that I cannot break his nose. Or
right, but in competition?
Also, in
okay.
Shotokan. There is many style of karate. In Shotokan,
right.
yes, there is also.
Okay.
But on the lower, on the stomach,
right,
Shudan level, you can fully, because
you can injure the.
Yes, not injure. You can go. No, it's not.
Like I remember the.
You can just punch full force.
Right, and get a score point sort of thing. Because I'm trying to. I remember
this is the competition part. Now, in real life, you should know when you hit someone. If you have to defend yourself, you should put full.
Well, yeah, you have to. Yeah, in self-defense.
Yes,
no, I'm remembering the movie Karate Kid in the final where he just hits him right here and then.
In the ribs, yes.
Yeah, remember that?
Or the spleen. The first one. The old one.
The first one.
Yes.
Yeah, the first one because I'm older.
It was a nice.
Yeah, it was really. It was a really
nice
good movie.
Yes.
Yeah. You also participated in international competitions.
Yes, our group, ISKF Lebanon, we've been really developing since 2012 we went to the Philippines, then 2016 we went to South Africa, then 2018 we went to Berlin.
Okay.
Berlin, we participated in the European ISKF competition. They invited us. We were a group of 40 students. Between.
You did well too.
Yes, I did well, and the whole group did great. Wow. Really, it was. We took first place.
Wow.
Children, teenagers.
Even you did.
Yes.
Yeah.
And adults, and you had judges.
Okay.
It was really the summum. Then in 2019, we all know what happened.
Yeah, with COVID and the pandemic and everything.
Yes.
How do you feel when you fight? I mean, what is the feeling like when you go in to fight?
You should differentiate the competition part.
Right.
Where we compete, and it's it's a structured comité. It's a structured fight. We do kata and comité. And
you do kata also?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
And then fighting outside or something else, which of course we don't go into that. So in competition, competition is really an experience. Okay,
I can imagine.
You learn from it. Right. It's a part in your karate life. It can take, I don't know, 10 years, maybe 12, but it's a small part in your whole karate journey.
Right.
Okay, it's very important because it teaches you a lot, how to push yourself, to deal with stress, to have to train with teammates, because you have team kata also. You can be 3 training. It gives you a lot of
advantages.
Yes, and you learn a lot from it.
Yeah, you do.
But then, after a certain age, you can still compete, but this is not the main issue. Like in sports, this is why it's martial art, because it's a way of life.
Yeah. So I guess this is the time we can start talking about the philosophy of martial arts. Not do they all resemble each other, or does karate have a special kind of philosophy own?
Yeah, I will talk about karate and aikido too, because it's Japanese martial art and iaido that we in ISKF Lebanon we teach and we learn. Okay. So what we do, what we want to do, and what you read about ISKF is we want to spread the Japanese culture. The Japanese culture, meaning etiquette, discipline, seeking perfection of ourselves, which is the first dojo kun. It's the values that the Funakoshi Sensei have installed.
The 5 values.
Yes, the 5 values.
This
is the core of our group and our training.
Right. Should we mention the values?
Of course.
Let's go. So seek perfection of character.
Yes.
Be faithful, endeavor, respect others, and refrain from violent behavior.
Yes.
These are just so simple, yet so they go such a long way when you adopt these values. Yeah. Definitely.
And maybe people think, you thought maybe karate, or say, you're tough, you have to fight. Actually, it all evolved to the way of peace, Budo.
Right.
From the way of the warrior, Bushido, to the way of peace. Budo.
Oh,
Karate
Bushido,
yeah.
the way of the warrior,
Yes.
and Budo, the way of peace.
Exactly.
Through martial arts?
Through martial art. This is the,
Okay.
the
contradiction.
But it is really not a contradiction.
Right. They go hand in hand.
Yes, because you face everything in martial art. You face your fear, your ego, your
Right.
weakness.
Right.
And this allows you to develop yourself, to change, to permanently. There's no age for martial art.
You're in
For
control.
kids,
Right.
you try to be. You
Yeah.
try to control your movement, and by doing this, you control your emotions, you control
Yeah.
yourself, you control how to react
Yeah.
to outside aggressions.
Right.
I mean,
you tend to learn to not overreact to certain situations, you think? Like instead of getting upset right away, you'll learn how to maybe manage it a little bit differently?
Of course, to see a little bit the whole situation
Right.
and to respond accordingly.
Right.
There are many, there's the Dojo-kun, this is the 5 main principle, but there are 20 more.
Oh, 20?
Yes,
I
Nijokun.
had 7.
This is the Bushido, the virtues of samurai.
Okay.
The 20 Nijokun, it's also for Funakoshi Sensei who put them. There are many, like one of them, now we are talking, it's moving according to your opponent. Moving according to your opponent for a basic karateka is like when he attacks, I have to respond.
Right.
But in life,
like in self-defense.
Yes,
right.
This is the first level. But
Okay.
when you translate it to everyday living, you move according to all
To
the
your
opponents you have,
surroundings,
to your
right.
surroundings, to
Right.
the problem. This is our karate. Karate is touches 4 levels: the physical, the moral, the mental, and the spiritual. Okay.
Okay.
Not only karate, aikido too.
Right.
This is what and iaido too.
Right.
Okay.
So moral would be like the ethics. Physical is physical, obviously. Moral would be like the ethics part.
Yes, but you learn
Right.
it through the physical. You
Yeah.
can be, I don't know, maybe you are a monk or you are, and you can learn ethics, of course, and
Yeah,
you
of
learn it
course.
at home. And
Yeah.
but
But it's
martial
all
arts
hand in
has
hand.
its own way to
Yeah.
teach this,
Okay.
and it doesn't come easily, and you should
How
be
do you
patient.
pass the message to the kids when you give the class? Or is that what you call it, a class?
Yes.
Okay.
It depends on the ages, of course. When you teach an 8-year-old, it's not like a 15-year-old, not like a 25 or a
Right.
senior student.
Right.
Okay, if a senior student comes to your class, he knows about respect, he knows about not...
Doesn't it need to be reinforced sometimes?
Sometimes,
Yeah.
yes. And the kids, you educate them. In our class, in our institution, our ISKF group, we have a lot of rules to follow, which here in our society, it gives us a little bit of... we are outside of the society, of the Lebanese society. Meaning, you cannot come late at the class. You come late, you can watch, you stay outside.
You can't participate.
You don't drink, you don't talk. After the class, we do something called soji or soji.
Oh.
It's a cleaning. In Japan, they clean the dojo real.
So everybody cleans the class afterwards? Oh, that's such
here
a nice
we
idea.
try to do it,
Yeah.
and it's when you clean the class, you clean your ego.
Yeah.
And
You go back down to earth, a bit of
exactly.
humility, right?
And we are trying to teach that and to.
I think that's amazing. I didn't know that you do that.
Yes.
Because I don't see other martial arts that do that also, or am I mistaken?
I don't know about other martial arts. Really, it's I'm more into this Japanese only martial arts. I mean, I don't know what others do, but I think all martial arts have this
humility.
Yes, of course.
What's the difference between karate, aikido, and iaido? I've never heard of iaido, to tell you the truth. Right.
Technically, there are a lot of differences.
Okay.
Punching, kicking in karate, stances.
Aikido, isn't it like learning how to fall?
Or Aikido is to learn how to take the energy of your opponent. There are locks and grabs and falls.
Right.
And iaido, it's the art of drawing the sword.
Oh, okay.
It's a meditative art.
Meditative art
Yes, you
with
do
the
it
sword.
slowly and with full control of your body. Very difficult. It's a very difficult.
So how is it in competition?
I never did iaido competition.
Right.
In Lebanon, we never did it.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
In Aikido, there is no competition.
Okay.
In Iaido, you do kata. You do competition kata. And
Oh,
there are the
okay.
application of...
There are so many different kinds of martial arts. It's just amazing. I was reading also Hapkido or something like this.
Hapkido.
And there's like so many, and I cannot.
But
like,
I wanted to tell you, these are the physical differences. But on the mental, moral, and spiritual, they are all the same.
Yeah.
You know, but it's from the Japanese culture, samurai culture with the 7 virtues.
Right.
And so.
Okay.
But each in its own way.
So most of them are from Japan and China. You can say
no.
No. Korea.
I don't know. There are many in Vietnam, Korea.
Yeah, they each have their own style.
Yes. No, I don't know about the others.
I guess it develops according to the culture and everything.
Definitely, yes. Each culture develops its own maybe.
Martial arts, I think, is one of my favorites, and everything about it, because it has a bit of everything in it. It has power, it has strength, coordination. Yes. Agility, balance. I love that. I think that's so important. It also, what else can we say? Cardio. What else can we say?
Yes, on the physical.
On the physical level.
Yes, of course. A lot of.
And you don't bulk or anything like this. You just.
It has its own kinesiology, meaning if you're very tough or very strong, it doesn't mean that you do a good or effective technique in karate. Because karate, it's based on technique.
Right.
Technicity, and the master, they are 80 years, but you can feel their energy, their punch.
It's just amazing when you see them, right?
And this is based on the kinesiology of karate, or the technique of karate, and you will have to learn it through the years. This is why it takes a lot of time and patience. You cannot come and after 2 months, okay, now.
That's very interesting. I'm thinking about something, because usually, like, if somebody plays tennis.
Yes.
They can't go on. They can obviously play tennis all their life, but it's not the same as when you're a martial artist that you continue for all your life practicing. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It's a way of life.
Right.
You have to maybe all the other sport. You stop competing at 35, 40. You change. You start to do something else, maybe business, managing, another. But karate, it's with you. Yeah. It's like. You wake up in the morning and you have breakfast, right? Every day of your life.
So when you wake up in the morning, what's the first thought that comes to your mind? No, but I mean, like.
No, but karate is with me. I don't.
That's how I feel you.
Spend the day and say, okay, now to the karate part. Karate is with me. It's now. It took. I've been training for 28 years. Yeah. It's still a small amount compared to all of course, the masters who continue. You continue training karate till you die. Yeah. At the end, just getting up of the bed and going to the bathroom is karate training, because if you do it by yourself, this is great. You know the elders,
Power of the mind.
Not only this, physically, you have to be able to stay strong.
Overcome any challenge.
Yes, but the challenges you have at 30 are not the same at 70. At 70, the challenge is to go up from your, not to have a backache, and to be able, I don't know, to enjoy a walk with your granddaughter, the children. At 30, or 25, you want karate in your life. Maybe you're at the summum of your competition part.
Does it take a heavy toll on your body, like other sports?
No, if you do it right, you can. Karate, it's on the contrary, it's a balance in your body: left, right hand, right leg, left leg. So it's a really balanced martial art, and you should do it properly. Right. I mean, and when you feel you have an injury, you should.
Can you punch with your right hand as strongly as you can with your left hand? Or do you have to practice on that?
No, there are definitely some more power in my right arm.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Okay. But you work on your
coordination.
Not coordination, but you want your left to be like the right part. But karate, we always do the same amount of right training and left, or if you want this side and the other side.
I guess in competition, that's when you'll choose your stronger.
In competition, yes, but if competition, I told you, it's a small amount of your karate journey. Okay, not small, 10 to 15 or years or like this. In competition, yes, use your favorite techniques. It can push you to use more your another side, maybe the left, but you should be aware that no, you should train also the other part.
Sometimes you have to use your weaker side because of the position you and your
yes, of course. Of course.
Your opponent.
Of course, sure.
The ISKF also does a lot of good for the community. It's not just a federation in itself.
It's an organization.
It's an organization, yes. Sorry. It's an organization. So they do a lot, they contribute to the community, not just to those with the members.
Yes, yes. From our sensei and the board of ISKF Lebanon, always, if you want, we are, from where we, in 1997 till now, we always wanted to be more in social activities. We did in 2019, maybe, the organ donation demo. It was to promote, so people be aware of the organ donation, which in Lebanon...
what was the reaction to that? Because this is a subject that's a little bit taboo in this area of the world. So what was the reaction to that?
It was very positive.
Really?
We showed a very nice demonstration, which is on our Facebook account. And we do social events with the Japanese embassy. We teach children that are in...
Impoverished,
yes. Yeah. And we teach, we do, of course, iftar, Christmas party.
Holidays,
we invite associations to come. Our children, they give gifts to them. We teach them, it's not about having gifts in Christmas. You should give, or in Ramadan,
generous.
To be generous. And we always try to be socially active. It is our mission, if you want.
It's nice for the kids to see that also.
Definitely.
And the kids to see from people from all levels of society.
Yes, for sure. They teach them. They come and they teach the class. The kids teach to another kid karate, and then he gives him...
That's very sweet.
Yes.
And then I think they can relate and see that we're all the same, more than we're different.
Sure.
Yeah. There's another thing that you started... You're working on right now. You haven't started.
Yes.
Self-defense.
It's a project on my own.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about it.
All right, I will. It's self-defense. What is self-defense for you, Patricia?
Well, if somebody's going to attack me, how to protect myself.
Sure. This is one.
Okay.
But you
how to avoid.
Yes, but this is, you're talking about one aggression, one external aggression.
Right.
It can be... there are two aspects, if you want, in self-defense: external aggression, an aggressor.
Right.
It can be a fire. It can be. I don't know.
I never thought about
earthquake.
It that way. Oh.
So you should be able to pick up yourself, pick up your kids, and run. You should be physically able to do that.
Oh.
You should go save somebody, maybe from a car wreck.
You know, I never thought about self-defense that way. That's so interesting.
Yes.
Oh.
It's and you have the internal aggressions.
Right.
Internally. We have a lot of internal aggressions.
How, like when we are aggress ourselves, you mean?
Stress.
Yeah.
Sickness. This is internal aggression to your body. In this course, what I would like to teach is how to be fit through physical training, technically how to defend yourself from aggressors. And to also through karate and aikido teaching, you have and iaido, you have the meditative part and the stretching part. So it's not only how to defend from one aggressor, from the outside.
I really like that.
And
will you also teach first aid or not necessarily?
No, it wasn't in the program. It's a good idea.
Because I've always wanted to do that.
It
just never happened, but I'm always interested in doing that. You know, CPR and those
CPR,
kind of
yes. Maybe it's very, this you should, somebody who's very into it. And,
Red Cross and stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So it's a course I would like to offer for everybody. Of course, women,
that sounds amazing.
Teenagers. And it will have the value. We will teach the technical, and then through karate, aikido, and iaido, the technical part, the physical part, and the meditative part, and the stretching and the breathing part.
Do you think somebody who hasn't done a self-defense course and and practices martial arts already have the technique for self-defense, or it's a different kind
martial
of
arts,
mental...
Martial arts, depends how many years you've been training, but martial arts were based because it was to protect oneself first.
Right.
First.
Right.
A long time ago, when there were wars, and now it's not the case. Okay, now martial art has evolved, the philosophy is present, but you still have the techniques. You learn how to defend yourself.
Right.
From an attack, a grab, a punch, a kick.
So,
but basically, what I will teach is not to get into a fight.
yeah.
The greatest, the master, the great thing he said that in a fight, the best way to win is not to get into the fight, Master Okazaki.
Right.
So this is not easy to do. When somebody, here in Lebanon, every day you have somebody who stopped the car and yells, and everybody is on the edge.
Everybody's
so you
stressed.
Should back up.
Yeah.
It's okay. But not when someone enters your house, of course not.
Yeah.
But 9 times over 10, maybe 9.5, you can walk away.
Oh, you think so? You
yes.
can handle it?
Yes.
Okay.
We can. You can calm down if somebody
Yeah,
is
you can calm the situation down.
Or walk away.
Instead of provoking it and making it bigger.
Yeah. Or be smart not to go walking alone here nowadays at night.
And dark areas and stuff.
Yes.
Definitely.
I'm karateka, I walk alone.
It doesn't work. You can't karate a gun.
Exactly. Exactly.
So will
From far away.
Yeah, would you be able to teach somebody to self-defense against a gun, for example?
Against a gun, preferably to avoid. I mean, to run away or to. Okay, of course. Technically, if it's very close to you, there are some techniques you can apply.
Screaming. I heard,
definitely.
No, but I
Yes,
heard that.
course.
I heard because you have to bring attention to the situation, and it'll make the attacker more scared and nervous.
Sure.
Okay, that's easy.
Been attacked?
No, but
I'm wondering.
No, but this is the stuff. I'm okay, but this is the stuff that I like. It's interesting for me, so I just read up a little bit about it.
But this is a small part. We teach karate and aikido to schools, and in dojos we have in Ashrafieh, in Sacré-Cœur, in Malkart, in
So now you're getting back into it finally after that.
Finally, we never stopped. We continued online, but now it's something else. We have in Sahel Alma, in Kokoro, in Jounieh. We have in Frère Mariste, in Chanville, in Deir Ala, in Beit Meri, and in Mansouriye. We opened 6 to 7 dojos.
Great. What does dojo mean exactly?
It's the place of knowledge.
Okay.
Anywhere can be a dojo.
Yeah.
You can teach, when you start to teach karate, martial arts, the place is a dojo.
Can we make this a dojo?
Of course you can make this dojo. It's a place of knowledge. And at the start, of course, it doesn't start like this. It's very difficult to learn mentally and morally for the kids. They are 10, 11, 12, 13, but step by step.
They absorb.
And you see them at school. I teach at school. And
yeah,
you
do.
You see
You see how they evolve and how they behave.
In the small things. I mean, they don't litter. You see at schools, at recess, when you come back, it's littering.
That's amazing. Especially when there's garbage available everywhere, garbage cans, and they still throw things on the ground.
So from the very start, you should teach them the basic. You don't litter. You respect your environment. You respect your friends. You respect the people who are coming to use the place after you. This is what's about in the dojo when you do the soji.
Right.
After you, there are another group who is coming.
The soji, the cleaning up.
The cleaning, yes.
Yeah.
And this is basic stuff that we here in Lebanon and our society we're lacking. We're lacking, yes.
And it just takes a little bit of education. It's not much.
And
it's so easy. And follow up.
For example, we have in 2 weeks, on July 17, we have our annual Shoto Cup, our competition, in Chanville. So what we do is after we train, we do the Shoto Cup from 9 a.m. maybe to 6 p.m.
Oh,
everybody should stay.
Right.
And when we leave it like we got it. Everybody cleans everything.
Everybody participates.
Everybody. We clean the gradin, the stands. The stands, yes. Yeah. We should do that.
Yeah, that's a wonderful idea.
It's not easy for everybody to follow the rules.
No, it isn't, because we're not used to it.
Exactly.
A lot of kids don't do it at home.
You have to put some effort and to remind everybody and all the time, myself all the time.
Yeah. Well, even us with our kids.
Yes.
I mean, we have to teach them that at home. Please take your cup, put it at the...
Yes, they should translate it to
just
outside,
little
but
things.
I don't know why they don't translate it.
Yeah, don't leave your laundry on the floor, put it in the laundry basket. These little things,
What you do at home, you don't litter, I tell them, you don't litter your, your room.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you consider that
well, they do litter the room a little bit.
Should be more.
Yeah, we should teach them a bit better about that. Yeah.
So this is it. I believe that martial arts are one of the ways, but a very good way to educate children and teenagers and everybody. This is why they have it in Japan, in the schools.
Oh, they have it in the schools over there. In universities too?
Of course.
Compulsory at university?
I don't know exactly what they have. Judo, they have kendo, they have karate.
Right, they have
aikido.
to choose.
Okay, so
you told me that do means the way.
Good.
Right?
Good, Patricia. Yes.
Yes, thank you. I did my homework before coming. And then Nayla helped me out a little bit more.
It's the way of karate, the way of empty hand.
But there isn't karate do, or is it called?
No, it is karate do.
Oh, it is karate do officially.
Yes.
Okay, and karate means what exactly?
Empty hand.
Oh, yeah, right. Yes. That's right.
Yes.
It used to mean Chinese hand, and then
the same kanji that changed it when it came to
right. So
Okinawa.
they made it into empty hand because they banned weapons and to empty your soul, open
your
it.
Your ego, yes.
Your ego. Yeah,
empty
not your soul,
violence.
your ego.
So it's not. Now I told you, it's a way of peace. What I am telling you, maybe after you will never think of karate as somebody hitting someone. Of course, you will think of a disciplined individual who is trying to seek perfection of character. Seeking
strong
perfection.
Body and strong mind.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Seeking perfection takes. We will never reach it. Okay, you always seek by every day. Every day you do 10 things. Okay, maybe 7 not good. Maybe after. You are seeking, trying. We are all trying to do our best. And through martial art, through karate do, through aikido, through judo, through iaido. Kendo, of course. And
all the dos.
Yes, it's the way of, and each has its own way. Okay? You try to reach this. And
what about yin yang?
Yin and yang. It's a Chinese.
No, because
black and white.
Yeah, because they're both like kind of not lace, but they're kind of same. So you mentioned yin yang, so I might as well open the subject.
You always have positive and negative,
right?
White and black, and they come together to form
a whole,
a harmonious circle.
Harmony, right?
You always have bad and good inside you, and you try to do your best. I think maybe only the prophets or maybe are perfect. Nobody's perfect. Or God.
Nobody's perfect.
And we, as a human being, we should try. We should try to make ourselves better. Yeah. Every day.
I just want to add a little note before we end. I'm really fascinated when I see girls who get into it, and they're so good at it.
Yes,
they really are. I see a little bit more determination in them, or am I mistaken? Not really.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
No, but
because sometimes I would see these girls when my sons would go to taekwondo.
Okay.
When they were young, and I'd see these girls. They're just amazing when they were training and fighting and everything.
Yes, martial arts is for everybody.
Yeah.
Children, girls, boys, adults, grown men, grown women. It's because I told you before. It's about technicity. Right. You should of course have a strong body and try to learn the technique. But girls in our group are amazing.
Yeah, I love that, and I think it gives them the self-confidence they need for everything in life.
Yes. In our society, maybe also girls. Yeah. But now the new generation,
they don't differentiate each other that much.
Yes.
No, it's just the older generations that still have that.
Yeah, and my time, my parents would say, "Karate for you."
Oh yeah.
Yes.
They didn't like it that much at the beginning.
No, they were didn't like it. They were always supportive of what I want to do. They never said no. But I think it's changed their idea how I become, how
they perceive it.
Now, really, I think they see what.
They appreciate it a lot more.
Yes, definitely.
I definitely
it's
appreciate
normal.
it.
People don't know. They see the movies. They see Aikido, breaking, karate.
Yeah,
hitting.
Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, all that stuff.
The new generation doesn't know them. They see the Cobra Kai.
Yeah, Cobra Kai.
Yes. But it's not only about this. This is a very small part and a small step for really developing ourselves and pursuing.
Your whole self, inside
Yes,
and outside.
and to become a way of life, to have it as a way of life.
Yeah. I think it's so beautiful. I love it. I love the wisdom. I love the strength. I love everything about martial arts. That's why I'm so connected with it. It's my
Yes.
favorite workout.
Really?
Yeah.
You do martial art. You told me.
I
you were-
did kickboxing a little
Kickboxing.
bit. And-
Kickboxing is more a sport.
Yeah, that's why.
It's,
Yeah, it's less philosophical.
a
Well,
lot.
well, when I'm training, I'm not philosophizing. I do enough of that on
No,
my
but
own.
I love sport. I mean, I'm a
Yeah.
sports lover.
Yeah.
I did my sports diploma.
Yeah, and you teach sports at school.
I teach
Phys
sports.
ed, right?
I love soccer. It's my passion. So, but sports has, that's it. If you translate it, if in sport, yes, you have your fair play and you respect your opponent like it should be. Why not? It's the values you can find it.
Yeah,
same.
definitely
But now
teamwork
it's,
or whatever, right?
I don't see it a lot.
For yourself, you
No,
mean?
in football games or in
Oh,
basketball.
you mean
or-
fair play and things like
and
this?
respect and you know.
Unfortunately.
But I think it depends because now there's a lot of marketing around it.
Yeah, definitely. And money and power and greed and all of
Yeah,
these
but
things.
the sport, it's pace. It relies on respect and teamwork, like you
Yeah.
said, and developing ourselves. Okay, it's
You're talking about martial arts
sports
now? Sports in
Yes,
general.
sports in general.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, there's something about fitness and exercise that blends the mind and the body.
competition. It's competition.
Competition.
When you see the competition the way of beating you,
Right.
it's a problem. You should see it as a way of beating yourself and improving yourself.
Oh, I like
And if
that.
you lose, you don't lose because you win. You're better. Good. I go in karate and teach them. Now you work on yourself. It's fine. We work on the students that don't win. Okay, in a category of 10 person, there's one winner. Good for him. You should go and train again. The 9 others also good for them. You should go and learn from and train again.
Yeah, it's
So,
already not easy to participate in a competition.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. It's so you should beat yourself every time.
This is
Okay.
wonderful. I came out with so much more from this talk, and every time I talk with you, it's the same thing.
It's yes, we talked maybe 3 times for like an hour,
before.
but it's years of training. It's years
Yeah.
of my sensei. Every time, every seminar, every camp, we have lectures, and it's a new. You learn something new every time.
Yeah, it's not just enrichment; it's enrichment that goes under the skin.
Yes, but if you don't live it, practice it,
Yeah.
it will stay, just to the side.
Right. When you were talking about the funikashi, what is it?
Funakoshi.
Funakoshi.
Master Funakoshi.
Sorry, funakoshi. You say funakoshi sensei. It's not sensei funakoshi?
No, you can say it's
You
Master
can say-
Funakoshi or Funakoshi Sensei.
Oh, Master Funakoshi. Because I just want to say thank you, Nayla Sensei.
No,
Or should I say thank you,
so much.
Sensei Nayla?
No, and it's a big load to be to teach. It's a big responsibility.
Yeah, but
And,
you're holding it really well.
Thank you.
You are. I mean, your students love
Thank
you,
you.
and you have a good relationship with
Yes,
them.
yes.
Yeah. Even though you're tough, you discipline.
Definitely.
Yeah, but at the
Yes.
same time, you're good with them, and you're kind, and you're an example
Of course,
for them.
because our students are our children.
Mhm.
If they are our brothers, our sisters, it's a communication, and we don't teach technique. So
Right.
you should try to come and
Yeah.
try a course. Yes.
Yeah, I keep telling you this, and then the timing just isn't working out for
I
me.
can
but
explain
then-
to you, but if you don't live it or you don't feel it in your
Yeah.
body, in training, it's hard.
Well,
to-
I can relate.
Yes.
Because I like this kind of stuff. I read about it, and I do a little bit of like
Side.
uppercut or whatever. So I can relate. But yeah, there's so much more when you live it, when you feel it live, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It becomes under your skin. It's
Yeah,
your
it does.
life.
I'll
Not
have
only
to make the
passion and
effort.
your-
But don't
No, if you
yell at
want
me.
Me?
Yeah.
Never.
Nayla, thank you so much. This
Thank
was
you,
very
Patricia.
enlightening. I really enjoyed
Thank
it.
you. Thank you for the chance to talk about what we do.
Yeah,
group, our
it's
group.
wonderful. It's not just the physical, it's just the whole part of it that's just wonderful. And I hope the message goes through that there's
Yes,
so
me
much
too.
more.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you, Nayla, so much.
Thank you, Patricia.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.